I keep going back to that, but it's simply the truth. Give it a rip. Give it a shot. If a person who's never heard of the team asks me what the team does, at the end of the day, what the team does is it produces industry-ready leaders. And so we build a formula-style race car every single year and combine a bunch of different systems to do that. But when you strip everything away, if nothing were to happen but this, the entire goal of the team is to do that, to produce industry-ready leaders that are ready to go when they graduate from this school. The interdisciplinary nature of the project is that you bring a group of different individuals, different driven individuals from a variety of different places, variety of different skills. And you bring them together, you bring aerodynamics, you bring electrical work, you bring mechanical, structural work, you bring them all together, and you have to take those individuals and you have to create a team out of them that fills every hole in that team to build a design, a system that works together, and that's what the car is. A typical day with the UND Motorsports team will depend on who you're working with. We got a spot for everyone. So if you're interested in design, you're working with the guys up in the lab on the supercomputer, working through simulations, working through testing, working through CAD models. If you're interested in getting your hands dirty and working with the project hands-on, you're down here in our shop doing welding, fabrication, putting different circuits together over on the electrical test table. There's lots of different things to do there. And if you're working with the team on an administrative point of view, you're working with our budget, you're working with our timeline management, you're working with team conflicts and making sure that everyone's happy and running through the team well. There's lots of different things to do on the team, and so day to day, it's really going to depend on where you are. The team culture on the UND Motorsports team is driven and supportive. The nature of the project, it's a big project, and so there's a lot to do throughout the year. And because of that, there can be times that are chaotic. There can be times where we're competing with each other. There can be times that are stressful. But at the end of the day, we're a group of driven individuals who are all there to step in if someone needs a little bit of help, and we're willing to support each other through that. My specific role, I'm the vice president currently of the team, and what that looks like on a day-to-day basis is representing the team to the school faculty, to outside companies and organizations. Anyone that would have questions about the team, I'm their guy to ask. I also work with the budget management and project timeline management as I work with our design guys on the engineering side and making sure that everything falls in the right place, not just so that it gets done at the end of the day, but that it gets done in the right order so that nothing gets jumbled up. When I first toured UND, I came through these student shops. And when I was brought into these student shops, the current president of UND Motorsports was here talking to different students, and he took me aside and took me on a little personal tour through the school. That experience with him is what really set apart UND and what set apart UND Motorsports for me. There was a personal environment that I could really get my hands dirty and get into projects where I could get real experience right away. My favorite part of being on the team is being able to work with the people on the team. More than anything, I enjoy at the end of the day being able to work on a project and see multiple different designs, multiple different tests all come together to create one big working dynamic system. And the fact that it takes so many individuals, but also that those individuals are working together, to see them all smiling, working together, working hard, and pushing each other to see the best person that they can be individually, that's what I enjoy most about the team, is being able to witness that. The most satisfying part of the project to me at the very end is competing. I'm an extremely competitive person, so being able to see the project come together in the end and us compete on a high level with other schools across the world, that's the most satisfying part of the project, right? Over the next year, I'm most excited to see this project that's been coming together for years. I'm excited to see that project come together into one and start that car up for the first time and let it rip through the parking lot. I'm excited to see that hard work all come together and see the smiles on everyone's faces when it does. A time related to the team where I was able to sit back and say, this was awesome, was the most recent UND Career Expo. I was walking through the Career Expo, speaking to the different employers personally, and on multiple separate occasions, I had an employer comment to me how impressed they were with the members of the UND Motorsports team and how good of speakers they were and how prepared they were for the expo and the projects that they were able to present. When I heard that from separate employers in different scenarios, that really made me sit back and say, wow, we're making a difference. Being part of the team has helped me more engage in each of my classwork, no matter what class that is, because the real world experience that the team provides to me allows me to understand that everything I'm learning in the classroom does apply in real life and is something that I use in my job eventually. And so it allows everything to click and mesh together in a real world fashion. Being on the team has made me more confident as an engineer or as an engineering student because of the real world experiences that it gives you. I keep going back to that, but it's simply the truth. When you get your hands on something, you design something, you test something, you fail at that thing, and then you go back and rework it again. When you're able to do that, you build confidence in yourself. You take what you're learning in the lectures in the classroom and you put it into real life. And when you're able to do that outside of industry, outside of a workplace before you get there, it adds a confidence that really allows you to flourish once you get to that industry. If a student is thinking about joining the UND Motorsports team, I respond to them with give it a ring, give it a shot. There's never a downside to trying something out that you've never done before. That was my initial reaction to joining the different competitive teams that UND has. And I stepped out of my comfort zone and did that, and it has been an incredible return. I really can't speak enough on how much I've gotten out of this. And so just take that leap, take that jump into getting into these things, get involved, and it'll truly change your experience at UND.